Hey, crypto enthusiasts, welcome back to another exciting episode of Dad's Gone Crypto. I'm your host, Crypto Dad Sean.
And I'm Crypto Dad Ryan. We've got a blockbuster episode for you today. If you've been sleeping under a rock, you might have missed that PayPal has just dropped a bombshell on the crypto world.
That's right, Ryan. PayPal has launched their very own stablecoin, PYUSD, and it's now available on the Solana blockchain. Buckle up, folks, because this is a game changer. PayPal launched the PYUSD, but what does this mean for Solana blockchain? But before we get into this, Ryan, can you just give us an overview? Who is PayPal?
Sure. PayPal is a leading global online payment system that allows individuals and businesses to make payments and money transfers over the internet. They were established all the way back in 1998, and they've grown to become one of the most widely used digital payment platforms worldwide. It offers a range of services, including personal and business accounts, online shopping payments, money transfers, and more recently, cryptocurrency transactions. They added, their PYUSD they put on the ETH network back, it was almost a year ago, but they found, some issues with the ETH network as far as payment transactions, speed, and that kind of thing, which obviously we'll get into later. But now they're on Solana, so very, very interesting development here.
Hey guys, if you didn't know, as of the latest data of 2023, PayPal boasts 430 million active user accounts globally. This extensive user base includes individual customers, as well as small businesses and large corporations, which utilize PayPal for services for various financial transactions.
Yeah, and PayPal's popularity is underscored by its extensive reach and trust among users. It's widely accepted by millions of merchants online, making it a preferred payment method for e-commerce transactions. PayPal's integration and numerous online platforms, robust security measures, and user-friendly interface contributes to its widespread adoption. Furthermore, its expansion into new markets and services, including cryptocurrency transactions, has helped maintain its relevance and appeal in the fast evolving digital financial landscape.
PayPal have been pushing crypto quite extensively within their platforms. And yes, they've had some hiccups with Ethereum. And it's not to say they haven't been transacting, they have, but people are shying away because of the high transaction fees. So what does it mean for PayPal to now offer their stablecoin on a Solana blockchain, all right, where there's cheaper transactions, but also now on their website, you'll be able to buy and sell either through the app or their websites. You can now convert to PayPal USD, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, or Bitcoin Cash. You can pay to 36 million merchants in about 165 countries. In having said that, depending on which countries allow crypto, obviously PayPal will enable that feature. But as far as the US goes, that is available. And then you'll be able to send, money in those forms and those currencies to your friends. And if I'm not mistaken, Ryan, I think it was $0.00025 to make a transaction, which basically negligible to send money anywhere in the world. And you try to do that with a Western Union or any type of other payment. It's a game changer. 430 million users only have to do one transaction. And what does that mean for the Solana blockchain?
Yeah, absolutely. And let's get into why it's such a big deal. PayPal has over 430 million active users. That's almost 500 million people who can now buy, sell, convert, or send PYUSD right from their PayPal or apps. It's an absolutely massive potential boost for crypto adoption.
Ryan, and that is more than the entire population of the United States of America. And all these people now have direct on-ramp into crypto. That's huge.
Yeah, for sure. And let's not forget why PayPal chose Solana for its integration. Solana's blockchain is known for lightning fast transaction speeds and ultra low costs. I mean, we're talking over 65,000 transactions per second and a fraction of a cent for each one.
Exactly, Ryan. Compare that to Ethereum, where you might spend a small fortune just to make a transaction. With Solana, your PYUSD transaction is not only faster, but also way cheaper. It's like upgrading from a dial-up connection to a fiber optic internet.
Yeah, absolutely, Sean. Nice analogy. And it isn't just about speed and cost. The move by PayPal is also about scalability. Solana can handle a massive number of transactions without breaking a sweat, making it the perfect fit for PayPal's vast user base.
Now let's talk about the regulatory side of things and the landscape. PayPal have moved into the stablecoins. Others like Facebook have attempted it, but they don't have the high profile status as PayPal does. They follow a very strict rule of guidelines. And just, I think it was last week or this last month, the US House Financial Services Committee advanced a bill to establish a federal regulatory framework for stablecoins. Now, previously with the SEC, they didn't really give guidelines to say how you're supposed to do this and what framework you're supposed to work within. So that's why people were shying away, or institutions or innovation were shying away, because as you build and spend all this money only to find out that it's wrong and you've gone down the rabbit hole, you can't come back. Now that there's framework, and this is what PayPal have done, they're working within the framework to make sure that they follow the guidelines, and then they get the green light to basically offer that service into the US and to the rest of the world.
Right, Sean. And this bill, it's a really big deal because it sets the stage for stablecoins to become a cornerstone of the financial system. Representative Patrick McHenry even said that stablecoins hold promise as a pillar of our 21st century payment system.
And it's clear PayPal is positioning itself to be a leader in the new digital economy. By launching the PYUSD on Solana, they're not only dipping their toes into the water, they are diving headfirst.
Yeah, and let's not forget the benefits for consumers. With PYUSD, users get a stable, reliable digital currency backed by US dollar deposits and treasuries. It's like having the best of both worlds. It's stability of the dollar and the convenience and speed of crypto.
Plus, this moves to help to legitimize the entire crypto space. With a giant like PayPal that throws their weight behind the digital currencies, it sends a clear message that crypto is here to stay.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's not forget the funny side of this. Imagine telling your grandma you're sending her some PYUSD for her birthday. She might think you're talking about some fancy new yogurt flavor.
Or try to explain to your kids that their allowance is now paid in PYUSD. Like, Dad, can I trade my allowance in some Bitcoin?
Absolutely. But jokes aside, it's a monumental shift. PayPal's integration with Solana could very well be the tipping point that brings crypto into the mainstream.
So, Ryan, the real question everybody is asking, well, they're saying, oh, okay, it's another stable coin. Okay, great. Pegged to the dollar, great, right? But what does this actually mean to Solana and their ecosystem and their growth? And could this be bullish news? Before we get into that, let's just go over typically what happens when a stable coin launches, and how does it look and how does it react within the market?
Well, it adds transaction volume for sure. Solana will likely see a spike in transaction volumes when PayPal's 430 million users start engaging with, PYUSD.
The liquidity and DeFi, the introduction of PYUSD can boost liquidity and integrate into Solana's DeFi protocols, enhancing the overall DeFi ecosystem.
Yeah, and really just adoption and credibility. PayPal's endorsement can drive mainstream adoption of Solana, making it more attractive to a broader audience.
And with it being, a powerhouse globally, potentially globally, the technological advancements and security enhancements are ramped up. So Solana may, implement further scalability and security improvements to handle the increase in activity, to allow for further scalability of the platform, which means the average user is more safe.
Absolutely. And it also fosters economic and ecosystem growth. Developers might build more applications around PYUSD. It would foster innovation and economic growth within the Solana ecosystem.
With that framework comes the regulatory impact. Stablecoins are now compliant with the standards, which now legitimizes Solana's blockchain and the institutions that want to interact with that particular, either the PayPal or Solana, because it basically all affects each other. So this is actually very, very big news. So guys, this launch of PYUSD on Solana is a major milestone. With millions of transactions expected, Solana's network activity is set to skyrocket, potentially driving significant interest and market dynamics.
Yeah, absolutely, Sean. The intersection of PayPal's massive user base with Solana's tech could be a catalyst for some really exciting price movements. Stay tuned, folks, and keep your eyes on the market.
100%, Ryan. It's exciting because finally we're starting to see the big institutions coming into play with regulatory frameworks, and you'll start to see now that there's a beautiful on-ramp of fiat into crypto through traditional means, which can only mean good things for Solana. So is this by any means, are we saying going out, go buy some Solana? No. Just watch this episode again and listen to the key impact. If 430 million people, all right, or 10% of those interact with the stable coin, well, does it not use the Solana blockchain? Does the Solana blockchain not get some form of transactional fees? Does that stable coin not potentially go into the other Solana ecosystems? Potentially, right? So do your own research.
Yeah, for sure. If you think about it, when they launched on ETH, I thought it was a really big deal, because you're bringing all these people into ETH, right? And that it was a big deal. But at the same time, doing it on Solana now, with the speed of the transactions, with the cheapness of the transactions, people that were normally transacting on PayPal were definitely not used to paying ETH transactional fees, right? Yeah. And I think that's why it really didn't take off, because all of a sudden, when you're trying to move things around and it's costing you $15 or $30 or $50 to do a transaction, you're like, what on earth, nobody really wanted to deal with that. But it was an important first step to be on the Ethereum blockchain. But now integrating with Solana, I think it's really going to have a massive impact on how many people actually use that PYUSD stablecoin. And I think it could be really good for the Solana ecosystem.
Exciting times ahead, and in perfect time for that summer bull market that we've been waiting for.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys, and it's that time of the show where we do the dad's joke. Ryan, do you have an awesome dad joke for us?
Well, sure. Do you want to hear a joke about pizza?
I do.
Never mind. It's way too cheesy.
That's very cheesy. All right. So here we go. My turn. So Ryan, why did the blockchain break up with the bank?
Why?
Because they couldn't handle the high maintenance and lack of transparency. That's very geekish. All the developers are like, hee hee hee.
Hey, I like it. It was perfect for today's episode. Excellent.
And guys, if you like this update on what's happening in the markets, we are changing things up a bit. Yes, we do interviews. We've got an awesome one coming up next week. Some exciting news from the Minutes Network with Josh Watkins. He's going to be basically telling you how to mine crypto with your phone. And it's very bullish in the sense that you can earn quite a bit. And they're also launching within the month of June. So stay tuned for that, because, you can hear we are very excited about their project. We think it's going to be a game changer in the telecommunication. In fact, we know it's going to be a game changer in the telecommunication space. And we want to share a bit more information of how you guys can get involved. But also, guys, please come join us on the Telegram chats. Come join us on Twitter. And stay safe. And we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Ciao, ciao. Bye.
The material and information presented in this recording are for entertainment purposes only. Do not misconstrue what you hear as investment or trading advice. Always do your own research. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed by the guests on this recording are their own and do not necessarily reflect those of Dad's Gone Crypto or its hosts.